Alright, shalom, shalom. Looks like we're up and running. Check if the audio's going good. Alright, cool. Good. Alright. So, let's got it here. Get ready to roll this clip. Alright, before we do that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone that taught me this truth and rule well. And shalom to you brothers and sisters out there pursuing this truth diligently. Coming at you once again with another lesson. Alright, so I'm going to be rolling a clip. Let me check if everything's still alright. Going well. I should transfer me over to that picture-in-picture. Alright, so got a little article or a little video I'm going to be playing, and it says multiple people dead after Christmas parade tragedy. Alright, so it's a little article I found a couple days ago through the Spirit. Want to do a lesson on it, so I'm going to roll this. And mind you, we're in the middle of November, alright, at the time of this filming. It was November 22nd when this video came out, so I don't know why they're jumping the ship essentially on doing a Christmas parade, but I'm going to go ahead and let this play, and then we'll go and bring some scriptures out on it, alright? Alright, let's turn this down just a bit. Alright.
Turn now to that terrifying scene at a holiday parade in Waukesha, Wisconsin. Shock reverberating through that small town after this. You're seeing this scene. An SUV plowed through a crowd that was gathered at a Christmas parade. At least 5 dead, dozens more are injured, and a number of children among them.
Yes, joining us now is Braden Kowalski, who was attending that parade with his family. Braden, thank you for being with us. We understand you were there, obviously. You pulled your 6- and 4-year-old nephews out of the way of that SUV at the very last minute. It is hard to imagine what that was like for you, so I want to ask how you're doing and how your nephews are doing.
Well, I'm doing all right. The youngest of the two is, he doesn't really know what's going on, but the older one's got some questions. He's confused.
Our question here for you, kind of give us an idea of where you were, like kind of where you all were standing, and then when you first got sight of that SUV and something was wrong.
I was on the corner of Maple Avenue and Main Street, and just right on the sidewalk, really. And I saw about a block away the SUV hurling towards me.
Braden, how close of a call was it for you and your nephews? And I'm curious, at what point did you realize, wait, I think this SUV may be aiming for people, including your own people?
The SUV was about 5 feet away from me and my nephews, and it was pretty apparent that it didn't plan on stopping. That, I don't know if they were targeting people, but they for sure weren't dodging people.
How did you process this in the moment, Braden? I can't imagine, but do you even kind of remember what that moment was like, what you were thinking, what the fear was, and how you reacted?
Yeah, I kind of remember vividly, honestly. I was fear-stricken, but I tried the best I could to help. I have no emergency medical technician training. I couldn't do a whole lot for the people there. Some people had minor injuries, so you could, escort them to the sides of the street, towards the sidewalks, but some people it was best if they were just left where they were.
Braden, we understand that this is a close-knit community. What do you want our viewers to know about the city and how it's come together in the aftermath?
It's hard to say. It's only been about 12 hours since it happened, but we're definitely very torn apart. It's a very loving community, about 70,000 people. And it kind of feels like we all know somebody who was a part of this, who had to go through this.
Right. Is this a long-standing tradition, right? And look, we all, a lot of us, especially those of us who grew up in small towns, we all have those memories as little kids being at a Christmas parade for our town. This is a long-standing tradition. Is this something you've been to for years and years, and you know everybody in the crowd? It's that type of community event. And what can you imagine next year? What can you imagine for yourself being in a crowd again? How does this impact you and maybe the little ones as well moving forward?
Honestly, I can't imagine that there'll be much of a crowd next year. I hope that, we can all grow and hopefully unite. But, I'm not sure. Next year, it might be a little weird. We recognize similar faces year to year, but, some people might decide to not show up next year.
Alright, so I'm going to cut it there. Alright, so as you can see, as you saw, alright, and I went ahead and dropped the link in the chat. Alright, so if anybody wants to go on a video on it, or just check it out, the full video, I'm going to cut it a little bit short. You mostly got it, and then they just go into the, the sympathy minute where they're both talking about, I remember going to the Christmas parades when I was a kid, and this is it's a terrible situation, alright? It's a terrible situation of judgment, alright? We're going to go into it. They actually recently found the dude. Apparently they ended up finding the dude. Looked like it could have been Jake, alright? How do you spell that? Wikushia, W-A-U-K.
Turn now to that terrifying scene.
W-A-U-K. Christmas Parade 2021. I found the dude. Let's see if this was the post. Darrell Brooks. This is apparently the dude here. Alright. Admitted to a mental hospital at 12. Attempted suicide numerous times in his earlier years. Apparently spoke about arrest and conviction in Nevada for having sex with a 16-year-old. Alright, life of crime, registered sex offender. Violence. Alright, so this is the dude. Alright, I don't know what he is. Could be a Jake, could not be a Jake. Who knows? Alright. Really don't care if he is or he isn't. Alright. Just a demon regardless. Alright. So you've heard, alright, dude was in SUV, drove through the crowd, killing some people, injuring some other people. Alright. And we're just gonna go into that, alright? Because this all could have been avoided first and foremost, okay, by not going to a Christmas parade. Alright? Just staying your ass at home. Okay? Because, the brothers and sisters in this troop know you're not supposed to be celebrating these worldly holidays. Alright? They're talking about Christmas. Recently, Thanksgiving passed, alright? So you got Thanksgiving that just passed, Wickedmas, alright, coming up. Then so on and so forth, alright? You got birthdays, Easter, what else? Valentine's Day, alright? All these other worldly holidays that these worldly people love to participate in, alright? And they lead to death, alright? Every time Christmas comes around, okay, you hear about a mass numbers, okay, of deaths, and exclusively, well, not entirely exclusively, but a large chunk of those being suicides. Okay, so we're gonna grab some scriptures and basically going into, you shouldn't be celebrating these holidays, alright, as a Jake, alright, because there's a lot of Jake out there that still loves going and celebrating these wicked holidays, these the Esau's holidays, alright. That's one of their favorite things to do, alright, and they'll pass it off as getting to spend time with family or other situations, okay. But in reality, it just all these holidays go back to idol worship in the first place. Alright, and maybe I'll go off on that for a minute too. Alright, this is Jeremiah 10:1 through 10:5, alright, starting at the top. And it reads, Hear ye the word which the Most High spaketh unto you, O house of Israel. Thus saith the Most High, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heaven are dismayed at them. For the customs of this people are vain, for one cutteth a tree out of the forest, the works of the hands of the workmen with the axe. They deck it with silver and gold, they fasten it with nails and with hammers, that it move not. They are upright as a palm tree, but speak not. They must needs be born, because they cannot go. Be not afraid of them, for they cannot do evil, neither it also is it in them to do good. Alright, so these people aren't doing evil and they're not doing good. Alright, these people that are celebrating these holidays. Now, so the Edomites, yes, they are doing evil. Alright, but these people that are doing this, they're just lost. Alright, they're just gone. Alright, these Jake, alright, specifically, alright, which is speaking of, alright, you're not supposed to be learning the way of the heathen, because these are heathen customs in the first place. Alright, Christmas was never an Israelite custom, even though you got these Christians out here that celebrate it is in the birth of Jesus Christ. It's his birthday. Alright, which, first of all, it's not. Alright, it's not, and that's not even what they don't, when it's Christmas, alright, they don't sit around praying all day or doing any of that. What they do, they go out and they eat as much as they possibly can. Alright, a bunch of pork chops, alright, ham, okay, other abominable foods, okay. They get drunk, alright, they argue with their family, or they spend time with their family, and then you spend a bunch of money, alright, with vanity, alright, with worshiping mammon, alright, with just spending a bunch of money and indulging in the lust of money, essentially. Alright, so you're not supposed to celebrate any of these heathen customs. Alright, and let's go back to the history of Christmas. Okay, Alright, now look at this. We can probably speed run this one. In addition to Christmas, the holiday has been known by various names throughout history. The Anglo-Saxons referred to it as midwinter, and more rarely, I'm not going to even try to pronounce that. Alright, nativity apparently, meaning birth. Latin, nativitas, in Old English. Yule. Alright. So, let's go to, because remember, this was Yule in Old English, alright? That's older than what it's called now, alright? Now it's called Christmas, but before it was called Yule. So what is Yule? Alright, Yule time or Yule season is a festive, historically observed by Germanic people, alright? So Edomites, okay? What are they? The Germans are, what are they? Not Magog, I think Magog's Russian. I can't remember the name of the Germans, but they have one. Alright, scholars connected the original celebration Yule to Wild Hunt, the god Odin. Okay, so a false god, an idol. Alright, it's a Wild Hunt. It's a folklore motif that historically occurs in the folklore of various northern European cultures. Alright, wild hunts typically involve a soul reaving chase by led by a mythological feature escorted by a ghostly or supernatural group of hunters passing in the wild pursuit. Alright. And remember, we're right there. And the false god, Odin. Okay? He's not a real person, alright? He's an idol. Alright, and the pagan, alright, so pagan, Anglo-Saxon, I can't pronounce that, but as it says, Maudrinic was an event held that is now Christmas Eve, alright, by the Anglo-Saxon pagans. Okay, so boom, okay, it says Yule is celebrated in heathenry, which is a Viking custom, alright, basically Viking paganism, neo-pagan, and Wicca, witches, alright, with witchcraft. Y'all know the pentagram, alright, and the witchcraft, they put it everywhere, alright, and it's also observed by LaVey Satanists. Alright, and what is this holiday? Christmas. This is Christmas. This is what you're celebrating. Alright, Jake, this is what you're celebrating. Alright, so what is paganism? man, paganism, that's going to be a big one, all right? But anyway, it's polytheism, all right, which means they believe in multiple gods, all right? Multiple idols. They worship multiple idols. They believe there's a god for, the moon, the god for the sun, it goes in the moon worship, all right? And all these different situations, they believe in using witchcraft, all right? They're witches and warlocks, okay? And this is a romanticized depiction from 1887 showing two Roman women offering a sacrifice to the goddess, the false goddess, all right, Vesta. Apparently she's a virgin goddess of earth in a Roman religion, all right? And the Romans were Edomites, okay? So this is what you get with Christmas, all right? And you wonder why deaths and suicides are pouring out on this place, all right? Because there's only one God, and that's the God of the Bible, and he's the God of the Israelite people that are known now as the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, which go back to the house of Jacob, all right? The Israelites have a chance at salvation, all right? Any of the other nations, all right, that are not those people, all right, like the Moabites, the Chinese, the Ammonites, all right, the Japanese, all right, and the Ishmaelites, all right, the Middle Easterners, and all those other people, all right, and Elam, all right, the so-called Indians. Okay, all those people don't have a chance at salvation because Yahweh Shem Yahushai, all right, ignorantly known as God and Jesus Christ, all right, is only dealing with with Israel, all right, more specifically the elect of Israel, all right, and the 144 that's part of that elect number, all right, which are people that have been preordained or predestinated, all right, to be saved. Okay, if you're not in that list of predestination, all right, if you don't have that mark of election upon you, you're not going to get saved, all right? If you don't have that and you happen to be of a Negro, Latino, or Native American, so-called, all right, that would make you a 2/3 if you didn't have that mark of election, all right? So not all of Israel is going to be saved, but Yahweh Shem Yahushai is specifically only dealing with Israel, more specifically the elect, okay? And that's why you see mass deaths at these events, all right? Mass chaos, all right? People having terrible times, all right? And we hope for more terrible times to come. Okay, we're hoping that there's no Christmas next year. All right, we're hoping we're already out of here by then. All right, Lord willing. All right, Lord willing, we're in that number that makes it out, and that we can be part of the elect. All right, because we don't want to deal with this fucking place anymore. All right, and there's already talks about a lot of people not getting their Christmas gifts this year. All right, and we're hoping that happens. All right, I hope they have a terrible Christmas this year. All right, I hope it just ruins your year. All right, because honestly, I don't give a shit about your heathen holidays that you want to celebrate, all right, you Edomites, and you other fucking gone-ass Jake that want to continue after the ways of these people that have had you in captivity, all right, and saying you're free now when you're still fucking in captivity, all right. But if you want to go ahead and you do that, you want to worship all these false gods, go ahead and see if they can save you in the end, all right. See if they can save you, all right. Now let's go real quick, all right, and let's find idol worship. Let's see. Let's just grab something out of here, see if we can find anything. All right, because I don't have one necessarily coming to mind. We can grab Exodus 20 and 5. Grab that. All right, and there's one that comes to mind. It was worshiping idols. It was speaking of there was one that was speaking of, there's a few actually that were speaking of when, Jake was originally going off, all right, with the worshiping and partaking in heathen customs. All right, let me see. That's the one. Grab this actually. Psalms 106 and 35. I actually just grabbed this one. Alright, it says Exodus 20:5. It says, "Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them, for I, the Lord thy God, am a jealous God, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children into the third and fourth generation of them that hate me." Alright, and we actually missed the verse up. It says, "Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image or any likeness of anything that is in the heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth." Actually, should have gone one up more. Alright. It says, "Thou shalt not have other gods before me." Alright. And that's what these gone ass Jake are doing. Alright, when they're participating in all these heathen customs. Alright. And let's see how Yahweh Shem Yahushai feels about these holidays. Alright, this is Amos 5:21 through 5:27. Alright, starting at 21. And it reads, I despise your feast days, and I will not smell in your solemn assemblies. Though you offer me burnt offerings and your meat offerings, I will not accept them, neither will I regard the peace offerings of your fat beasts. Take thou away from me the noise of thy songs, for I will not hear the melody of thy viols. But let judgment run down as waters, and righteousness as a mighty stream. All right, because another thing in these worldly holidays, they always have to have carols. All right, you got the Christmas carols. All right, verse 25. Have ye offered unto me sacrifices and offerings in the wilderness 40 years, O house of Israel? But ye have borne tabernacle of your Moloch and your tune, your images, the star of your God, which ye had made yourself. Therefore I will cause you to go into captivity beyond Damascus, saith the Lord, whose name is the God of hosts. Okay. Now speaking to Israel, all right, doing these feast days and all these wicked things and taking up these heathen customs. All right. Now another one is another one I wanted to get was so when this end happens, all right, with all these people that are idol worshiping, all right, and all these Jakes falling after false gods and false prophets and all these other situations that's not and all these other idols that are not Yahweh Shem Yahushai, because he's the only one that can actually save people. All these other ones are just idols. They're vanity. They can't do anything. All right, and that's what this scripture is speaking of. It says, "Go and cry." Judges 10:14. "Go and cry unto the gods which ye have chosen, and let them deliver you in your time of tribulation." All right. So when the end comes, all right, or any type of tribulation that you're going through, all right, go and cry unto those gods. Let them deliver you. All right, and that's basically spoken as I don't want to say sarcasm. It's ironically, all right, spoken ironically, all right, because what's being said is go and cry unto your gods which you have chosen. Let them deliver you in your time of tribulation, all right, and that doesn't mean those idols are going to deliver you, all right, because they can't do anything. They can't deliver you, all right. They can't protect you from anything. So what's being said is like go and see what they do, all right. You've chosen those gods. Go and go to those gods, all right, because they're not going to be able to do anything for you, okay. And that's why you see these Christians, all right, having a rough time after something bad happens to them, and they're praying and nothing's happened, all right, because you're praying to an idol. You're praying to a picture of a white man, all right. If you're praying to this idol Jesus Christ, all right, which is a white guy with long hair, all right, blue eyes, which is completely against the description of Yahweh Shai in the Bible, all right, and it's idol worship, all right. It's idol worship, okay. And that's why your prayers aren't being answered, you Christians, all right, because you're not praying to the God of the Bible, all right. You're praying to an idol, all right. You're praying to a satanic ass idol, all right, called Jesus Christ, all right. And we don't mess with Jesus Christ, all right. We don't fuck with any of that, all right. We pray to one power and one power only, and that's Yahweh Shem Yahushai, all right. The Father, the Son to the power of the Father, all right. The Father and the Son, all right, because you can't get to the Father without the Son. Okay, and that's who we pray. When we pray, we call on Yahweh Shem Yahushai, which means the Father in the name of the Son. Okay, so Jeremiah 10:1, 10:5. Okay, we already got that. Slakia. All right, and this all just goes back to people, worldly people, these Edomites. All right, especially. All right, because this is their kingdom. They love being in the world. All right, because they can't have any. They don't have any of the light anywhere. All right, they don't have any of the love of the Father within them, all right, because Yahweh Shem Yahushai hates the Edomites, all right, so all they have is this world, all right, so they're very worldly people, and then you got Jake that follows after them, becomes very, very worldly as well. All right, and this is 1 John 2 and 15. All right, and it reads, "Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world." All right, so vanity, riches, all right, idols, all right, nice cars, all right, money, hoes, and clothes, essentially, all right. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. Okay, so if you're out here doing this stuff, the love of the Father is not in you. Okay, you're not following after any of the commandments of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. You're not doing any of the work that Yahweh Shem Yahushai told you to go out and do. All right, you're not doing anything. All right, you're living in the world and committing iniquity. All right, which is sin upon sin. Then sin is transgression of the law. All right, 16. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life, is not of the Father, but is of the world. As the world passed away, and the lust thereof, but he that doeth the will of Yahweh abideth forever. All right, so if you do this will, all right, and you're doing this work, all right, and you're following after the ways of Yahweh Shem Yahushai to the best of your ability, all right, let's see what abideth means. You abideth forever. All right. To remain stable, all right, fixed state of love that abided him for all the days, all right, to continue in a place, all right, which isn't speaking of continuing in this world, all right, it's talking about continuing through the Spirit, all right. So this is 1 John 4 and 4 through 4 and 6, all right, starting at the top. 4. Ye are of Yahweh, little children, and have overcome them, because greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world, all right. They are of the world, therefore they speak of the world, and the world heareth them. We are of Yahweh. He that knoweth Yahweh heareth us. Yahweh Shem Yahushai heareth us. He that is not of Yahweh heareth not us. Hereby know we the spirit of truth and the spirit of error. All right, so let's read that again in more simple terms. All right, ye are of God, little children, and have overcome them, because greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. All right, so it's greater to be in the Spirit than to be in the world. All right, and Yahweh Shem Yahushai will dwell within you. They that are of the world, therefore they are of the world, therefore they speak. Therefore speak they of the world, and the world hear them. All right, and that's why when we say stuff, nobody listens to us. All right, because we're not of the world. Okay, when you got the brothers out on the highways and byways, or the brothers making lessons, all right, and we're saying something, nobody's going to heed our warning. All right, until it's too late. All right, and Yahweh Shem Yahushai is coming back and zapping people, all right, with those chariots, all right, and setting this place on fire. Then people go like, oh no, what do those people say? What do those people say? Oh, there was something we were supposed to do, and it's going to be too late, man. It's going to be too late, all right. But they didn't hear what we said at the time, because, all right, we're not of the world, so they're not going to hear us. But if you have these worldly Edomites, all right, and go and do these TED Talks, people will sit there, listen for 3 hours about some fucking bullshit that don't make no goddamn sense, all right. And they'll take that into heart, but they won't take the true gospel of Yahweh Shem Yahushai into heart, all right, because the light of the Father, all right, and the love of the Father is not in these people, all right. Esau, Edom, all right, you so-called white people, the Most High is not dealing with you, okay. That's why you had to go and make a false god, Jesus Christ, all right, just so you could have somebody to pray to, all right, because you didn't want to pray to a so-called black man, all right. You wanted to pray to a blonde-haired, blue-eyed, all right, feminine-looking idol. All right, that's what you wanted to go and do. All right, and for all these people that perished, all right, not saying anything ill of the dead, all right, but it's true. It said, this is Job 4 and 7. Remember, I pray thee, whoever perished being innocent, or where were the righteous cut off? All right, and these people were worshiping idols. All right, they were celebrating a pagan custom. All right, which goes back to idol worship. All right, with witchcraft and sacrifices. All right, and a bunch of abominable, wicked customs. All right, so these people were not innocent. All right, and where were the righteous cut off? The righteous were not cut off. All right, and nobody ever perished being innocent. Okay, though all those people had been deemed guilty in the eyes of the Most High Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Okay, now, Deuteronomy 32 and 39. All right, see now that even I am He. All right, which is Yahweh's name, which means I am. Okay. And Yahweh Shai's name, He is, He delivers, okay? See now that I, even I, see now that I, even I am He, and there is no God with me. Alright, there's no other God that's ruling with Him. Alright, there's no other God with me. I kill, and I make alive. I wound, and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. Alright, so if you're in the grasp of the hand of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. The only one that can get you out of that hand is Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai himself. All right, no Edomite or any other person on this earth, all right, that isn't Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is going to be able to deliver you from that. All right, the only person that can get you out of that situation is Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai himself. Okay, now closing this off. All right, this is Proverbs 28:5. Evil men understand not judgment, but they that seek the Lord understand all things. All right, all things, Slakias. So all you people that hear this video and you get all upset, all right, if any of you you Christians find this video and, oh, you're speaking ill of the dead, and that's, that's really wrong, and you're messed up in the head, and there's something not right with you. All right, evil men, all right, which you are, you fucking Christians. Evil men understand not judgment, but they that seek the Lord understand all things. All right, so that's why you see these brothers and the brothers and the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. All right, specifically because Great Millstone is the only camp that has the 100% truth. All right, when they see these events, all right, when we look at these events, we're looking for the prophecy within them. All right, we're not just seeing them as they are. All right, we're looking at this in a spiritual point. All right, to pull scriptures from it. All right, and to pull prophecy and to work prophecy from it. All right, because that's our job. We're told to prophesy. Okay, the reason you don't understand it is because you're evil men. Evil men understand not judgment, but they that seek the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai understand all things. Okay, so y'all Christians are weak. All right, that's why you don't understand anything. All right, and when Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai comes back, he's gonna destroy you devils. All right, so I'm gonna close out with that. Lord willing, this was edifying. Just a short little live stream. All right, I want to give once again all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High, Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushai, Ba'Shem Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone that taught me this truth and rule well. Shalom to the Akim and Akwath out there. Keep enduring, keep the faith, stay diligent until the next one, Lord willing.